Dekoni fans, what is EQ or equalization? And why would someone do it to their headphones? You can equalize your headphones to change the sound signature if you're not totally satisfied with your listening experience. So, let's dive into what EQ is and how it's measured. To understand EQ, you should understand frequency response in terms of hertz and decibels. Frequency response is a way to show a range that devices are capable of reproducing. Hertz is how many times a sound oscillates per second. Decibels is a logarithmic scale that measures the amplitude or volume of sound vibrations. Equalization is essentially adjusting the volume of certain frequencies to your liking. There are several ways to do this, but typically you want to always use subtractive equalization in the studio. Subtractive equalization is reducing the volume of a frequency. Good thing we're not in a studio, so you can always have fun with additive EQ. Additive is simply adding volume to certain frequencies. Some of these different EQ methods include low pass or low cut filters and high cut or high pass filters. These methods are basically taking the low or high frequencies and boosting or reducing them in a big sweep. Another method for EQ, which is usually associated with hardware EQ equipment, is the graphic equalizer. It's a long device with notches associated with different frequencies that you can adjust up or down. The final and most powerful type of EQ is parametric. This allows you to sweep and notch the specific frequencies to your liking with no restrictions except for the amount of different bells or frequency notches it can process at one time. So, you may be curious about where to find these programs and hardware. Here are a few places you can find them. You can purchase devices from your favorite audio hardware manufacturer like the Shitloki line of products, which offer pass or cut filters as well as a graphic EQ. The more popular option is to use software to EQ your audio before it reaches your audio devices. Sound ID has a database of tested headphones which they curate EQ profiles for. Some are operating system specific, like EQ Mac, which has a free and paid version. APO is good for Windows devices, and Samsung phones come with the software EQ pre-installed. So, in summary of everything we just went over, EQ is essentially a simple solution to adjust the sound signature of your music if you're not completely satisfied with either your headphones or headphone amplifier. Some common changes people like to make with EQ are increasing the bass and notching out upper frequency ranges. We noticed that a lot of people tend to lower the high frequencies for the HD800 headphones around 8 kHz. This is because a lot of HD800 owners tend to find the high frequency peaking to be a bit fatiguing. Another reason people EQ is to match a target frequency response, such as the Harman curve or the critical response curve. So EQ can be a great alternative to finding the perfect sound signature without having to purchase a new set of cans. There are some people out there who will make the argument against using equalization for your audio devices. The idea is that your gear should sound great out of the box, but here at Dekoni Audio, we understand that everyone hears differently, so we are advocates of modifying your headphones as you see fit. The only limit to equalization is your audio device's physical capability to reproduce certain frequency ranges. It is very hard to produce a full range of audible frequencies for one driver without some limitations. Depending on the size of your driver and the materials of the diaphragm, some headphones just do not respond well to equalization. One notable condition is that smaller transducers have trouble producing lower frequency content, which requires more air displacement to be recreated. Smaller transducers sometimes just don't have the freedom to push the air as necessary, so boosting sub-80 Hz frequencies might not sound well on headphones like the KPH30i. And there you have it, a quick rundown on EQ, what it is, and where to find it. If you found this video helpful, leave a like down below, and subscribe for more video content in the future. For all your headphone accessory needs, head on over to DekoniAudio.com. Thanks for watching.